Previously on
Msers Story.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm more than ready for this one.
MS can affect our sexual life.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Did I go too far?
No. You hit the button right there, sweetie. But yes, unfortunately, it does.
I think it's important that we talk about it because a lot of people
Yeah.
just don't talk about it. But they don't really say it like it is.
Yeah, like they don't get down to the nitty gritty.
I'm glad that
But
you're open to talk about it. I mean, I don't know if you're interested in learning what happened to me, but I'm
no,
going to
no, no,
say
no. But that's what I'm saying. I want to hear your side now, to your point of view.
when it comes to being intimate,
You're at another level, mommy. That
yes, it's like a little perk that I get.
Yeah, yup, yeah. Yes, man. This is a plus.
I'm even
Yeah.
joking.
Just thinking about that got me choked.
You don't get to hear, people's stories.
Because we already talked about the whole situation with us, guys and girls
Mhm.
situation. Now, something I was gonna ask you about that we haven't talked about is the whole bowel and bladder movement,
Ooh,
which is
yes,
something that
yes,
oh
sir.
my God, it's a very big, huge topic for me because I'm to the point that this MS brought it to when I have to use the restroom, I gotta go. I gotta go, which regardless of it, I can control more of my bowel. What's crazy about that is that sometimes I can go days without having a bowel movement,
Oh,
and I
wow.
won't have, I won't have any pain. I won't have any
Oh,
like sometimes you go a day or so, you're like, oh my God, I gotta release my stress, I got and all this stuff, but I can be a couple days without having no bowel movement, no pain, no nothing. It's just I won't get the urge to.
okay.
And then for the urination, when it comes to that, I can't even say urination because I'll probably urinate myself right now. That's how bad it
Please
is. I
don't.
mean, like,
Please don't.
no, yeah, no, I would try to keep it clean.
Okay,
Try to keep
thank
it
you.
clean, yeah. No, but that's just crazy, And I ride on a scooter. Like I take a scooter. I use an electric scooter to go to my therapies, and I use it throughout my house all day. And I carry that like if it's my wallet. I
Okay.
carry a euro in back of the thing because why? Because you never know when you got gente avisando muere en guerra, which means people that are advised or warned don't die in war. But yeah, so that's one thing. I'm always ready. Why? Because I know the way it is. Whenever I'm in my therapies, and to be honest, me gente, what's good about this, and please trying to follow this, and like I say, I'm talking to Nada and everything else. Don't be ashamed of it.
Right.
Don't be ashamed because that was at the beginning of it that I had that problem. I had that problem. I was like, oh my God. Or when I have, once again, I have sometimes I came across having accidents on me where, I had no other way to go. And, I had no urinal. I couldn't get to, I couldn't walk to a bathroom. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, things happen. But when that happens, of course, don't get me
What
wrong,
can
you
you
get
do?
frustrated.
Yeah, of
At the
course.
beginning, you get frustrated. Why? Because
Yeah.
me personally, the smell, everything is just like, come on. But then right away, I think, you know what? It's not me. Because
Right.
ain't nobody in life want to sit there and just be like, oh, just use the bathroom on me. When we get to that age that we use the pen, well, the age, we're all in it. But for right now, no. You know what I mean? And it happens, but that's not us. That's our condition. And
Yeah.
then once again, for me, that's my situation. So it was like I literally wherever I go, I gotta make sure I carry my bag with my urinal and I have it like placed on the
So,
side of me. Or I became more scooter wheelchair bound
right.
after I suffered my third-degree burns on my leg.
Yeah.
That's a whole other topic from my mess. But that's when I became real wheelchair bound. Before I was walking on crutches.
Okay.
So even with crutches, we'll go through the incident because obviously we're on crutches, we're not that fast.
Yeah.
You know what I
It
mean?
takes.
But it gave me at least I was able to go to a restaurant.
Okay. Because
And then now we're doing
It takes me time. You see, I'm able to use the toilet, but it takes me a long time sometimes to get to the bathroom because of my mobility issues.
Yeah.
So, and I have the urge, I really need to go. And I've had accidents, thankfully, just in my house and only with urination. But who knows for how long? But sometimes in the middle of the night, I have to get up many times. And that's one of the reasons why I can't sleep well, because I have to use the bathroom. Now I have to go more often. I sometimes have not made it. One day I remember I was coming back home, and from the garage to my bathroom is quite a walk. And I pee on my pants right on my garage door. I couldn't hold it.
What's crazy about this, and this is a little trick that I'll say here, which I'm not supposed to, but I do, was because I'm on an AIP diet to better myself, is the Autoimmune Protocol diet. Okay. Well, obviously, with that diet, I gotta eliminate everything. I gotta eliminate all the sugars. I gotta eliminate all the artificial flavors, all the carbs, all the nightshade vegetables, there you go. I'm telling you, it's a complete whole diet. It's a clean diet, and that's the whole purpose of, to detox your whole body.
Okay.
And make sure that, you're trying to get out. And I'm trying to do these. Why? Because Dr. Terry Walls, this is her diet. Dr. Terry Walls' diet, and this lady, she's doctor, she was on an incline wheelchair for months or years. Right. And because of that diet, she's on no medication now, and now she does bike-a-thon. Once again, mi gente, I always go like, if she did it, who's to say that I can't? Who's to say that you can't? Only thing that helps me do my bowel movement is my coffee and my 2 chocolate chips every morning.
Okay.
And I'm religiously, like every Sunday, every day I have my coffee and my 2 chocolate chips, and that's the trigger right there. And it's good because it's like, man, finally, like you said, you feel normal. Yeah. You want to feel normal.
You say that you sometimes you go days and you don't have a bowel movement. Do you think it's because of your diet, or do you think it's a messing with you?
I think it's a messing. It got nothing to do with my diet, because I eat well. I eat a lot of proteins. I eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of greens, and a lot of stuff that makes you use vegetables. Then besides that, before the whole MS, I was on a regular basis, okay. 1 2 times a day, like a normal person.
Right.
Now I do it one time and that's it.
Okay.
That's a big difference that I found out with the bowel and bladder movement.
Since we are in the subject, and we are here to say it like it is. Mm-hmm. What has been your most embarrassing accident when it comes to
accident?
Okay, no need to get graphic.
I will bring out the mat. The most embarrassing moment, shall we say, I think we went to a family gathering, and we went in there, and I was suited up not suited up, but I was dressed to impress from head to toe, like I always do, and try to do. And I was dressed up, I was ready, it was a big family event. And when I got there and got out the car, it was too late. I was looking for my urinal. I couldn't find it. And that's when everything happened. That's when everything collapsed. And I'm trying to find it. Yeah, everything collapses. I don't know what's going on. I don't even remember my name. All these things happening, and then it just happened. So when that situation came upon, there was no other choice. But I didn't have no pair of clothes. I don't walk around with a pair of pants and joggers with me everywhere I go now. So that happened.
I was going to ask you that. I was going to ask you, do you, based on that experience, you prepare yourself now when you go out with a change of clothes, wipes, all kinds of things?
Now you know it. You know I do. No, because those are things that we got to adapt. Those are things that we got to adapt to. So now, whenever I do go out, I just prepare myself as in I use the restroom before I leave, or try to use it. Regardless, wherever I go, I know where my urinal is at.
Right.
So that's one thing I do. I always said before I didn't know nothing about it. My urinal was in the car, or I didn't have any, because remember before I was on crutches.
Right.
So I was like, I had to walk around with that. But now that I know my situation, I know how easily that can be triggered. And
Yes.
how right then, like we say, it's right now, right now. There's no, you know what, I hold off and just hold it. No, that
So
don't happen with
that's a
whatsoever.
very good tip. Bring a change of clothes with you, a urinal, a
In a
portable
bag,
urinal,
yeah,
and be ready for
in a
work.
little bag, whatever clothes you have. Summertime, you have shorts. Wintertime, joggers, flow pants. Something that you can easily change into. Obviously, don't have a tuck in a bag because it's not gonna happen. You're not gonna be able to get out of it and jump into a tuxedo.
Exactly.
I'm saying that. Just
Or
take
something with a
things
bunch
whatever
of
you can.
buttons.
Yeah, you know, but don't even start me with the buttons, sweetie, because
No.
that's a no go for me. That's why sometimes I don't even use jeans at times.
Yeah.
Most of the times when I use like majority of times, one because I know my issue, and I know where I put my jeans, I got my belt on, and that's a lot of untangling to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I ain't trying to get to that point. So I know my situation. I wear like they say, I wear fat boy pants all day, which is my joggers everywhere I go. Whatever best fits you and it's easy for you to live your life easier, by all means, me answer. You ain't trying to live with nobody else.
At the end of the day, this is what it is about. It's about making adjustments, modifications to be able to do everything that you do. Because if you have an issue with bowel movement or you pee on your pants, whatever it is, you're not gonna then stay home because you can't, you can't go out because you have that issue. You have to adjust and find a way around it. MS is this, it's a whole mess. And the way that you are dealing with that, which can be embarrassing, or it can be a very sensitive matter, at least you're independent, you know what to do. You have your urinal,
Exactly.
your clothes, and that's the way to deal with these things.
Yeah, that's it. Like I said, I mean, it's always about adapting to life, like you said. We gotta adapt to this life. It's a brand new life. We didn't ask for it, The Lord above knew who He gave it to, so we got it. Let's run with it.
Right.
Let's do what we gotta do, and just always have that positive mindset. Be like, you know what? At the end of the day, it ain't you. It's MS.
Exactly.
So guess what? I can't get mad at I'm not gonna hate myself. I'm not gonna get mad at my family or mad at my neighbor because I got MS. No. The answer is crazy. We got MS, so we deal with our situation. Whether you got your wife, your significant other, your partner, husband, what family member. Remember, like I always said from the beginning, which is something that I got to learn. We gotta help them help us out. And if it's hard for us to understand what we're going through, can you imagine how hard it is for them that doesn't even know or doesn't even feel what we're going through?
Yeah. We don't understand what's going on.
Exactly.
100%.
We don't understand ourselves.
Imagine them.
Imagine somebody else that doesn't feel what we're feeling right then, and they're lost. They're like, we're trying to help you out, but you're getting mad.
Yeah.
You get mad because we want to have that control, that independency.
Yeah.
Say, no, don't do it. I got this. But guess what? I don't got it.
We also have to learn to be patient with them and allow them to have time to process, because it's not just an adjustment or a new life for us that live with MS, but for the people around you, and it's a process. It's not from one day to the next that you are a pro at it. You learn as you go, and MS changes over time. So you reach a milestone, or you think that you master something, and then a new thing comes up, and it's a new journey. Then you have to learn how to deal with it, adjust, and people around you also, and they deserve. They do a lot for us, so they deserve that time.
Yeah, you said a keyword that I always use from the beginning, and it's something that I was able to use that I actually got used to having. And thanks to the Lord above that I got is patience, man.
Yes.
Patience means perseverance. And that's something that I had to learn the hard way, coming from my story of everything that I've gone through, despite having that mess and everything else. And it's just like, patience is the key factor to us.
I agree with that.
It's key 100%. Because whatever you do, you just gotta have patience. Because let's say even if you drop a piece of paper on the floor, you drop something, you're trying to pick it up and you can't right away, you lose your patience, you get mad, you get agitated right there. Who knows how many flare-ups come up in that instant because you're so mad. And it's just, patience is what we gotta have. Right. With patience, great perseverance, and It'll calm us down to do the right things. And little by little, like I said, slowly but surely, we'll get adapted to this lifestyle that we live. I mean, I had to.
It's been a life lesson for me. Now that I have MS, I had no choice but to slow down, take it easy.
Exactly. So it becomes them. They get frustrated with us. And then at the end of the day, guess what, mi gente? We still need help. We're the ones that need the help. And like I said, this lifestyle, it ain't easy. By all means, anybody that knows has been through it. And what's crazy about it is that there's over 8 million cases of MS, and not one of them is alive. Everybody lives your lifestyle the way you can.
Right.
You gotta know, everybody know that you know, we're gonna go through. We're gonna go through, once again, like I said earlier, trials and tribulations of life. This is part of it, but guess what? I love life.
Like one saying that you always say is what is it? A defeated mind.
But I would say
A defeated mind cannot declare victory. Did I get it
Yeah,
right?
I can never. Yeah, ooh, you know it, baby. Yeah.
I follow you, baby. I follow you.
Look at you. I see you. I see you. No, but that's the way it is. A defeated mindset can never declare victory. And that's what I always go through, why? Because, and what I refer to that as at the moment you start thinking negative,
Yes.
you're already producing negative.
And that's why you mentioned that. I think it's important to say also that it doesn't mean that you are going to be 100% positive 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. It's impossible. We're human beings. We're going to have our ups and downs, but that doesn't mean that we are weak. That means that we're human and we're dealing with it. But the strength shows when you get back up on your feet and you keep dealing with it.
You know what's a good tip that I can tell everybody else that what I can do that helps me out is that whenever I get, let's say I'm a very, very positive mind, but like you said, we're not 24/7 positive.
Right.
We have our moments. But what I try to do is that those moments that I have, moments that I want to just get mad at the world or just because of my situation, I break down, I get emotional. I'll be honest with you. I'll break down, I get emotional. But I have those moments by myself. Those are the good moments you can have by yourself because you don't want to show other people that the MS is taking over. Mm-hmm. So you want to have a moment to go by yourself and go in your room and you want to cry, whatever distract your mind, and you want to do it, have it on your own. Because I make sure that whenever I go to therapy, whenever I'm in public, whenever I'm around people, I got that smile on my face that'll never go away, and I'm all positive all the time. Never anybody will catch me dwelling on something negative out on the street. Right. You're gonna have to go through a negative mindset one day, whatever, or just have that moment by yourself and just yell it out, cry it out, do whatever it is. That's something that I've learned a lot too, because sometimes with us, we get emotional, but sometimes us men, I would say once again, I refer to us guys, we don't want to show our emotions. So we tough and duff and we ready yet. Nah, I don't got nothing.
Yeah, it's different when you're a guy.
I'll be honest with you. Yeah, that's us guys. Nah, but I'm 100 with you, man. We feel that, but at the same time, that's why I have those moments of tough. Because if you don't want to cry in front of nobody because you feel you're a tough guy, that's cool. Be a tough guy. Go cry by yourself.
That's why it's also important to have a support network, because in those settings, you can actually, like support groups or I don't know, maybe even online, there's a great MS community out there. It's important to have that because you need to vent it out. It's not good to keep it to yourself either, because that brings other problems.
We bottle up those emotions and the things, and that's what leads to depression. That's what leads to anxiety. That's what leads to all the negative stuff.
It's hard because you have to deal with it. It's there. It's every day. It's there, and it bothers you. It lets you know, hey, I'm here to teach you. Here I am.
Yeah, you try. I know. You try to forget it for one day, but unfortunately, you're never gonna forget it. Right. It's always gonna be there. Because, like I said, I struggle from the moment I'm getting up from the bed. I already know I got MS because it's hard.
Everybody has their timeline. Everybody grieves in a different way. Even though we have this disease, it's not the end of the world. It's not, a death sentence. We can live a productive life with adjustments, but we can still.
And perfect. Now that you said that was actually one of the first things that I told my neurologist when I first got diagnosed back in 2014, October.
Yeah.
I got when they told me that I had meds. Once again, I didn't know what it was. I was like, what? I was like, how do you write that? I didn't even know how to write multiple sclerosis. I was like, I told her, what is that?
I got what?
The only thing I knew was unfortunately through families like cancer or something that that's known around there. So when they told me multiple sclerosis, yeah, the common one.
Yeah.
And when they told me I got multiple sclerosis, I said, what? I got what? And when he explained to it, I told him exactly that. I was like, can I die for you? That was exactly my words on my mind. Like, can I die for you? He said no. He said, you just, life is complicated. There's altercations or whatever. But that's all he told me. He goes, life is complicated. But I was like, but I won't die. He's like, but no, you could live a life. I'm like, forget about it. Life is complicated already, mi gente. So let's go.
I think that not everybody is prepared to deal with it. We can find ways, moving past the diagnosis and try to live our best life. My favorite saying is, life is today. That's been my mojo, basically. And I don't worry about who I was before. I used to, but I've grieved already the old me, and I'm on a different stage now. I don't worry about who I was. I don't worry about the things I was able to do before. And I don't worry too much about what's going to be of me tomorrow. Am I going to be
tomorrow? Yeah.
Because it's uncertain. Even if you don't live with MS, you can predict what's going to happen. So why worry about it? And if I'm having a bad day, I'll leave it for tomorrow. That's it.
I always said that from the beginning. Like, say we're doing something, we can't do it. We're building something, or we're trying to do something, we can't do it that day. Put it down. Put it down and get back in it tomorrow. That's something that I learned from my dad too. That he was like, "That's exactly how we got to do. When you can't do something like that, why get frustrated? It's not happening right now. You lay it down, and then maybe you go relax, and you come back at it, and you do it all over again.
Right.
Live it the most you can, the best you can. I never blame on the Lord. That why I never asked me the question of why me or why do I got this. Matter of fact, I kind of flipped it up, and like I always said, I take it as a blessing from the Lord above. That's how my mindset works with him. Because through this blessing, this multiple sclerosis, I get to open up a lot of people's eyes out there and let them know that God does work and he does create miracles. And if you believe in him and have faith in him, means that we take care of ourselves 100%.
Not only when you live with multiple sclerosis, every day of your life, it should be like that. But when you have a chronic disease and they tell you, well, this is forever, it's not curable. I mean, there's no cure yet. You just have to get on treatment, whatever, and your life goes sideways. What can we do? I mean, nothing but deal with it and try to live your best life and try your best every day.
100%. Yes, ma'am. I'm with you on that page, baby.
Thank you so much. It has been great talking with you, Armando.
Oh, no, thank you. Once again, I'm so honored that you brought me on this channel. And like I said, hopefully we keep this rolling and going. And
yes, sir.
Everything is to bring awareness, man, and bring awareness to what we got. Because we may not know each other, but we're all one big family. We're all fall under the same category.
Mm-hmm.
So, we just got to do what we got to do, or we, live life with a smile on your face. And don't worry about the rest.
That's it. Keep moving.
Keep moving, You know it.
All right, Armando, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. And I hope that we can do this all over again.
No, let's do it whenever you want. Thank you once again. And mi gente, los quiero, los amo. And it's your boy into the team, man. We going.
Bye now.